Good morning from beautiful Hammond, Indiana. Not. Anyway, today is, I believe it's the 18th. It's the 18th, I believe. And it is Tuesday. It is 8:31 a.m. and it's 35 freaking freezing degrees. But it's beautiful. It's cold, but it's beautiful. Took Hercules out for a walk this morning. Well, we didn't really go on a walk. There's been a lot of loose dogs lately. And no, I don't play with loose dogs. You know what? Y'all could be the king of the road. I got a backyard and I'm blocking it. So you can't get in. So, and he doesn't necessarily like dogs either. So we're on the same page. Let me fix this. See how much gas I got. I think it was $48 later. 292 miles I get on this. Not great. So I'm on my way to the vet's office to pick up Hercules. Hercules needs a shot. He needs a booster of some sort. I take him probably Friday. Prednisone. And he has like 2 more pills left. And I could have waited until tomorrow, even Thursday. But you know what? When you do that, sometimes things happen. You can't get there. You say, man, I should have went when I could. Plus, my brother's not in yet. You know, he won't be in until, later this week. And so I just said, I'm going to get his donuts for him while I'm out. No, that's not a trigger for me. His donuts are not a trigger. No. They're just a plain, they probably taste delicious now, but nah, ain't worth it. It ain't worth messing up something you're doing. No, oh, my hands are cold. I slept really good last night. I went to sleep around 10:30. I went to bed around 10:30. And laid there for maybe 5-10 minutes, and I was dead to the world. I mean, seriously. Hercules got in bed. He, for once, was acting really nice. He got under the covers, and if he moved, I didn't feel it. I told him, get under here. We're going to bed. We're not playing around. I'm tired. And he went to sleep. I woke up around 4 o'clock to go to the bathroom, and went back to sleep till about 6:30. 6:30. I woke up. There was some show talking about mostly psychiatry in England, and I found it very interesting. And I got up at 7 and took the dog out. Got dressed, took the dog out. Got myself ready, and then fed the cats, and then said, you know what? I'm going to go pick up this medicine. I mean, it's supposed to be better the rest of the week, I think, a little bit warmer, because today it's not supposed to get anything but like 40 and 42. But that's okay. I like this weather. I truly do. Look at the sky, though. It looks really dark. So yesterday, Chicago got a little bit of snow. Not a lot, just a little bit. It's cold enough. Not like where you would get anything would stick or anything like that. It wouldn't be anything like that, but just enough to say, yeah, I'm here. Winter is here, which is okay. I'm ready for it. Not saying I had the worst summer of ever. Never. No, I didn't have the worst summer ever. Basically, all in all, health-wise for me, it was pretty good. But I'm ready for fall. I like fall. And it's here. The only thing is, I don't miss it. I miss the apple cinnamon donuts and all that stuff, and your house smelling so good if you make something that's, decadent and deliciousness. But, it's always another year. There's always another year. Yeah, so, anyway. I made chicken soup yesterday. Oh, it smelled and it tastes so good. maybe it was just because I really wanted that. Maybe something in my body needed something like that. I ate quite a bit of, I have quite a bit left, so that will be for dinner today. And yeah, so that would be for dinner today. I'm not cooking anything today. Tomorrow might be chili, I think I'm gonna make chili because I kind of want chili dogs. No, my brother, he'll be there, but he won't eat chili dogs right now. I will. I got the Live Smart, the keto buns. I don't know why the hot dog buns have more carbs, because like, I mean, it seems like there's like 1 or 2 in those, but the other ones have like 0. Bread has 0. I don't know if it's a lesser amount of bread or something, or I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I usually just use bread when I have, I'm at home. I put hot dog on bread and call it a day. Who cares? Who cares? But I did get some sauerkraut too. And those are things that I really enjoy. And if sauerkraut is good, it's good for you. It's something about your stomach, and there's no carbs. What the hell? I got some of that. I got like a little can for hot dogs. So yeah. So I got that yesterday, and but I haven't had breakfast yet. I'm hungry. It's 8:37, and I would like to eat some breakfast, but I got like an hour, probably hour and 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes before I could even drink coffee. Sometimes when I think I do really well, like yesterday, I thought I did really pretty good. I didn't even snacky snack. What I call snacky. I had nuts. I didn't have any of that. I kind of didn't do anything snacky. I just had my 3 meals, and that was it. Not even 3. I had 2 meals. And I said, okay, maybe I'll lose an ounce, because remember, I have that goal for myself to get down to losing 35 pounds. Well, I'm close. I think I'm at 32. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I'm close, 32 point something. And I want to get down to that 35 before November 3rd. I think that was the date I set myself for, like November 3rd. I want to get down to that. If I can get down to 35 pounds lost. It's just a small goal, maybe, But, I get frustrated. And like, man, it's not moving. But it has moved. I mean, I gotta remember, it has moved. It has moved. That's why I like keeping track of my weight, because when I get frustrated, I should be measuring myself. I really should be measuring myself. I remember the things that I didn't do when I had the weight loss surgery. They told you, don't worry about the pounds. Check out your inches if you're really worried if anything's happening. Because usually, when you're not losing pounds, you're losing inches. And sometimes when you lose pounds, you would think you're really looking better than you do. And sometimes you don't. In other people's eyes, you don't look any different. The work that you put into it is for yourself. And just because somebody else doesn't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You put in that work. You know how hard you worked at losing that weight. Even if it's just you just lost a pound, that's a lot. That is a lot. And don't discount it. I try to this, like I said, when I'm talking like this, I'm talking to myself, because I know these are things I need to hear, and I need to know. Remember that every pound, every ounce adds up. Like they say, oh, you just lost 3 ounces. Yeah, but it's 3 ounces, right? It's closer to a pound. If I didn't gain anything, and even if you do, if the scale goes in the opposite direction a little bit, it's okay. It's okay. As long as you don't go 15 pounds, 10 pounds, you know what you're doing, okay? We're women. If you're a woman, if you're a man, I don't know if men retain water, but women definitely do. And, especially if you're still having your cycle, every month you gain a little water weight there, and it can even be as much as 5 to 7 pounds, and it makes you feel puffy and bloated. And the thing about too is inflammation. I never really understood that. Sometimes we look puffy. Like you'll see somebody and say, "Wow, they look like they could pop." You know what I'm talking about? They're like, "Oh no!" It's just they're puffy, and their body has a lot of inflammation with water, and you have a lot of retaining a lot of fluids, and that could be due to a heart issue. It could be due to whatever, a kidney issue, and don't always blame every little thing on what you put into your mouth. I mean, if you gain 15 pounds and you got those little Debbie wrappers right next to your chair, or you have your little candy bars, those the fun-sized candy bars, or chip wrappers or McDonald's bags, yeah, you had a lot to do with it. But if you've been doing pretty well, and what you've been going through your mind, you don't have to account to anybody. You don't have to explain to anybody what you eat. But deep inside, if you're the guilty, if you're the culprit of that weight gain, if you're losing, why you lost. And if somebody ever takes that away from you, and now this is something that, you can't take something away from somebody that never happened. You can't, like, why would you fight with somebody, like if somebody were to come up to me and say, you lost 33 pounds, you don't look like it. You don't really look like you lost 33 pounds. Okay, I'm sorry you don't see it, but I know how it feels. I know how I feel. I know how my clothes fit. I know how I feel when I walk. I know how tired I am during the day. Now, I get tired still. Don't get it twisted, because I do have, I'm 60. That's no excuse, but that is one of my excuses. But I do get tired during the day. I have, my iron. I have really low iron. And it does, make you tired, but that's not why I was ever tired. I was tired usually because I ate too much sweets. And too much sweets can bring you up, and then they bring you down. And honestly, I could say, since I have not been eating sweets, I rarely get that. Now, I'm not saying I never have my mood swings, because I do have a diagnosis. But it's far and few between when I feel that swing of like happiness to deep sadness. Very far and few between, because I don't have that sugar in my body that's driving me that depression. And maybe I was diagnosed wrong based on my eating habits, but maybe not. I mean, I don't think I was diagnosed wrong. I just think I don't accept the diagnosis. But I don't take the medication now. I'm not. I don't feel that it was really very beneficial to me. And, it just made me numb. But, there's going to be people like, oh, yeah. I know. But, there are a lot of people walking around who needs a diagnosis and a pill, and they're not taking one. So, I feel like I'm doing the best for myself right now, is taking care of my physical being, which is spilling over into my mental, I believe. But I can go off, and I know when I start talking fast and quick and I'm not feeling like that today. The better I eat, I mean, like with less bullshit in my diet. I mean, just because I'm eating, keto or low carb, and I'm not gonna say keto because I don't think I'm truly keto, because I don't do everything that you're supposed to do, but I do eat close to it, I think. I keep my carbs really low because I feel you lose more weight. And then not only that, the higher I let my carbs go, if I say, okay, I'm gonna have I'm gonna have if I allowed myself back in the day when I lost all that weight, I probably was on keto back then, and I don't even think it was a thing back in the early 80s. I don't think it was really a thing, but I think I only allowed myself 30 to 40 carbs a day, and when I lost that weight, and I lost it fast too, faster than now, but that weight just came out boom, 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 and but I did all this kind of the same stuff. Like if I was a kid, they had pizza at my house, I'd eat the top of it, I wouldn't eat the crust. That was fine. I would go out. The only thing was different, like I used to go out with my mom for breakfast, and I would allow myself either have toast or allow myself to have potatoes. It could be one or the other, not both. And so it'd be like once a week, and so usually I'd go with potatoes. Now I don't allow that. I don't allow potatoes in my life. I'm like, nope. Have I ever tasted potatoes? I think when I made potato salad once, I tasted it, to see if it was right, and it was okay. So I was like, okay, that's all you're gonna have, But just as having a helping or a serving, no, a portion. I gotta remember that word, portion. No, because there's no stopping, And plus, potatoes really upset my stomach. Well, potato salad, and I know eventually I'm gonna have to go back. When I get to my date, I'm gonna have to go back. Start eating regular again, and but again, portion. That's the word. I'm gonna try to always stick to portion. What is my portion? Like, okay, if you have a hamburger, okay, that's one portion. Having 2 hamburgers is somebody else's portion. I have 1 hamburger. Okay. In that portion of that meal, do you need French fries? No. A hamburger's fine. Okay. But if you do have French fries, you don't have large or medium, you have small. You don't need the biggest of anything. You don't have, like, if you go to McDonald's and you get, you have a single hamburger. I could just see McDonald's down the way. You could get a single hamburger, which is a cheeseburger, Then they give you 2. And then you can get the fries, the small fries. And then they can say, okay, you want to get the medium fries? No, you need the small fries. I think if you stick to the portions, the smaller portions, you're probably far better than if you say, well, yeah, I want to upsize everything to fries for a family of 6 for me, and and all that, because everybody likes McDonald's fries, but you don't like them after you go and you get on that scale and you say, whoa, I shouldn't have ate all that, But again, like I said, when this is all over with, I'm making it just like I had to do to get to my point to where I can go on this diet and stick to it. I talked to myself. It took me a long time to get to what I was going to actually do, because a long time before I started this diet, I was thinking about it. How am I going to do this? How am I going to approach it? How am I going to succeed? What can I do? What can I do? And I almost guarantee that I could do this But put it in my mind, like they say, when you have weight loss surgery, they say it's not a diet, it's a lifetime change, which is true. And that's what I'm doing, is a lifetime change. But I have to know that there's going to be a time when I go back to eating, because people who have weight loss surgery, listen, somebody, when you have weight loss surgery, you do go back to eating regular food again. You are not expected to eat like ground up chicken, and you can't eat regular food again. You just have to be mindful of what goes in your mouth and portions, and you have to think about it. Make wiser choices. You don't have to eliminate. Like you say, oh, a person had a piece of cake. So what? Somebody can have a piece of cake, but you don't have it every day. You just have to learn to say moderation, and you don't do it now. You don't do it probably the first year. The first year is a learning experience, and that's what I'm doing. I'm learning how to walk away and say, nope, it's not for me right now. Maybe one day I'll have the mindset where I can say, okay, I can't have this again. But I'm mindful of what's going in my mouth. Before, I wasn't mindful. Now I'm learning to be more mindful. Looking at labels, thinking about it. Is this what you really want? Or is this just like what you want this moment? Or is this what you want? Are you willing to risk going into a binge to eat this stuff? Not really willing to risk that. I enjoy what I enjoy. That probably will never change. That's probably the truth. I will probably always enjoy the foods I enjoy. I'm not gonna be that person that says, oh, I like broccoli and I'll eat broccoli forever. I hate broccoli. I don't even want to eat it. I'll be honest with you. I don't like the texture. I don't like it in my mouth. Yuck. It's the truth. But I know broccoli's better for me for dinner than to have a piece of cake. It's better for me than going to McDonald's. Now, after a year, if I decide I want to go for McDonald's one day, for my day, I have one day, I allow myself what I want. And maybe not even that much. Maybe just like I said, I've just been into this. Actually, yesterday was actually the 1 year, 3 months. So I'm 1/4 through my diet, through this year of experience. If you think about it, it's 3 months, 4, it's 12, so it's a whole, yeah. So I'm 1/4 through it, so I'm still learning. I'm like ninth grade. I'm learning something. I'm going on to 10th grade, a little bit better. I'm learning how to think about what the things choices that you make, the food that you eat, the things I'm doing different than I did when I had weight loss surgery. I'm cooking my own meals. I'm being really careful the choices I make. Okay, here's something. Okay, they have keto pancakes. I'm tempted, but I don't think I'll like it. So I said, why would you do that to yourself? You're already in your head, you don't like it. I don't think that's for that. I do French toast. Keto French, what we call it, keto, low carb French toast, whatever, with the keto bread. I make it every now and then. I don't put syrup on it. Nope, I don't. I put low calorie, no sugar added jam. Does it hit the spot? Yes, ma'am. Does it make me feel good? Yes, ma'am. Have I lost weight eating it? Yes, ma'am. I have to think what goes into my mouth. I have to think, what is this going to do to me for the rest of the day? I'm going to tell you something. It has to be called. They're keto friendly. It says it on the thing. I could even show you these chocolate almonds. They have like a drizzle of peanut butter on it. It says it's dark chocolate because dark chocolate's, and it says on the back keto friendly. But I don't know that it's good for me. Not yet. I haven't graduated that much where I have that much restraint. Not that I overeat, because I always, if I have something, I do measure out at the counter. If it doesn't say you can have a portion is 1 or 2 or 12 or 16 or whatever it says, I don't do it. Because that is one of my teaching things I'm teaching myself. I'm teaching myself portions. And again, choices. Not running. Now today I'm hungry. I'm really truly hungry. I could easily go somewhere and get myself an omelet, and I'd be just as happy as a fat tick. But money wise, probably not a good idea, because it seems like shit. Anytime I get a damn omelet, it's $20. And I don't get nothing extra. An omelet. I don't even get potatoes. I don't get bread. I just get an omelet. $20. It seems like omelets are freaking expensive. And they're opening up some place over there. So I'm just at the learning portion of this where and I'm glad to be there. I'm really glad to be there. I'm glad to learn. I'm glad to now know you can eat normally. You can eat. You can enjoy food, but you just have to make good choices. Like, I wanted soup so bad. I've been looking for soup. So I said, you know what? I'll make my own damn soup. I know what's in it. Maybe I had a few too many carrots in there. I thought about that. That's true. Okay, so today when I eat them, I probably won't have as many carrots in there. I like it for I'll be honest, the color, it kind of brings out color, because, chicken soup is just chicken soup. But, carrots, I had a few too many carrots in there. I'll admit that. But otherwise, I had nothing but, I did put celery, which I'll tell y'all, how I have this allergy, but I think it's just raw celery, because I didn't have nothing. Because celery is great as a seasoning. It really does something to food. I don't like it by itself, and I'll never, ever, 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 ever eat it by itself again. Never. But to say that it really brings out the flavor of certain things. Like, I don't know how you have dressing, except you get that, what's it called? I used to get that stuff. Bok choy, and it's similar, I believe, to celery, but it's not celery. Celery has its own unique taste, and it adds something to the food. So but it's good to learn, and it's good to, I wish I would have done this 5 years ago. And, but I didn't. God, 6 years ago. December 5th, I had my surgery. Yep, December 5th, I had my surgery. 6 years ago almost. Yep, I would have been, who knows, But I can't go back, and maybe what happened for a reason. And now I understand, and mentally I was not ready, prepared. I was going through a lot of stuff, I think, and another thing, I just did not have restraint. I had no restraint on myself. I thought, oh well, this is a done deal. Ooh, I got this. So now we'll see. That's all I ever tell people. We'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, You know, some people stay at their same weight forever. You know, I might never be able to get any lower. Maybe I will get 50 pounds lower. Who knows? You know, I mean, 50 pounds isn't what I'm going for. 50 more pounds. I'm really not. But whatever it is, it is. It's where I land up at. I'm not doing anything different to get those. If I were to lose, I'm gonna stick with what I'm doing now. Let's just say it like that. I'm not changing anything. If I feel like I'm stuck, I know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I could always go to intermittent fasting. I'm doing intermittent fasting. I could go like less hours, like 6. I do 8 now. 8 eat, 16 9, which is not bad. It's doable. It is totally doable. I do it. I could jump down to 6, and 6 eat and whatever, more 20 hours. No, it's not right. That's right. I could do 4. I could do that. 4 hours eating. To me, that's like, whoa. That's like with OMAD, the 1 meal a day thing. In an hour. Wow. That's a lot. I know my daughter does that on occasion, and I told her I couldn't do that. I give you credit, I couldn't do that because first of all, again, I don't hold as much food as some people. I mean, I can eat an egg or 2 with maybe toast, and I'm full. I'm not talking like totally 100% full. Not like, oh well, nope, I'm full. But you have to let that eliminate or digest, and then you're going into, okay, I'm going to eat some more, and then, I wouldn't have time, and you're just going to get that. Well, I guess that what it does, you'd have to be really busy all throughout the day. I'd have to be so busy where I wouldn't have time to even think about food. And so it's like when I eat, like, at home, when I eat, I try to keep it light. Try to get 2 to 3 meals in a day, but it's really hard. I never really want the second meal, Like, it's 9 o'clock right now, and I'm out, so, I'm not going to stop anywhere. I got to get this medicine for my cat. Then on the way back, I'm going to stop and get my brother's donuts. I know it sounds trivial, but, he likes it, he expects it, and whatever I can do, to help him out, why not? He helps me out a lot. So, I do that, and I go home, and I'll fix some breakfast, and take the dog out again, once more, and we'll go for a little walk, come back, and then we'll, be in the house and do whatever. Actually, I have to start cleaning up my basement a little bit. Cats get into everything. I swear they get in there, they just dig looking for toys. There's no toys in that stuff. See, this is how far to the vet. It's like, it feels almost further than going out to Dr. Levin. That's the vet in Flossmoor when I used to go. I never said her name before because, she's out of business now, so you'll never get in touch with her. But I really and 100% miss going out there. She was such a good vet. Even though there's times I disagree with her, and I disagree with some of her pricing. I thought it was kind of high at times. I couldn't walk out of there without spending $200 or $300. It seemed like at the, with Ginger, it's like, wow, every time, but it was worth it. And now them, they're not so pricey. They're it's a hospital, it's a vet, and they're nice. And they, you don't have to have an appointment. They do mostly everything except the one medicine that my cat has to have. I have to go to a compound place. But I don't know. I don't, it is what it is, I probably could have found some place closer, but I've always heard about this place, and that they're good, and they were voted like the best in this whole area, the best vet. I don't know why, but they are. And you get in there, and usually you see the vet really quick, and they're open not 24 hours, but 7 days a week, so which is good. But you won't necessarily see the same vet all the time, which is all right too, Anyways, well, I'm going to go now. It's been 35 minutes. I hope you all like this video. If you like my videos, please subscribe. Consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything. You'll get, and click the little bell, and you'll get notification every time I put up a video. I don't go live as much as I used to, but I do on occasion. But I do put up a video probably at least 5 times a week, if not more. You all have a great day. Take care and be safe and enjoy this beautiful fall weather. It doesn't last long. Bye.